Hello, friends. Welcome to the 283rd episode of Dunn and Drew. Really, it's the 283rd and a half.
I was going to say that. Wow.
March Madness absolutely shattered Eric Dunn's heart, and Jack and I were there to witness it. The tournament concluded last night. I hope it was a good game. Jack was tied to a chair and forced to watch 4 hours of Wrestlemania this weekend. So you'll get his movie review for that coming up. The NFL draft is 23 days away, so we have another NFL draft trivia game, this time 2016 draft. It will be fun. It was fun. We were having a great time. And then while we were recording it, our audio just turns off, our audio machine turns off and erases about 40 minutes of great content. So that is why this is the 283rd and a half episode. We are going to try to maintain the same level of enthusiasm.
I still have it.
Good. And we are going to start this episode over for you guys. We considered just walking out.
We did, but we're better than that. Life's all about how you face adversity.
Right. It's how you respond when you
Right.
get knocked down.
Exactly.
Also, I want to say that today's episode is an and an episode. Thank you. I thought you were starting to laugh like I told you to.
Yeah.
So I say and too much, and I want to get that out of my vocabulary. And what better way to practice than on this podcast where I say it the most? Because it doesn't make you sound smart, and there's no need for me to fill the empty spaces between my thoughts.
Do you have a squirt bottle that I could squirt you with?
Who? Oh.
Yeah, Jack, can you squirt me every time I say or
If you give me one, I'll do it.
That would be hilarious, actually.
Yeah.
I have a Gatorade bottle, you know, like the athletes.
That's a lot of water on you.
So I'm an athlete. No, you can just. Oh, you mean maybe like a spray bottle?
Yeah, that's
that
what
would
I mean.
be
Like
funny.
if you have one for spraying Walter or something, I don't know.
It'd be funny. I say it so much, like the microphone starts dying because you squirted with too much water,
Let's bring the hose in.
or the
back.
machine dies again because it
True.
gets too much water in it.
Yeah. I don't trust it anymore. I feel like it's just going to go out any time now. I'm scarred now.
My other idea was an jar, which isn't as fun as a squirt bottle. So I'm definitely going to buy a squirt bottle.
Yeah.
I think that'd be funny. So
I'll man the bottle.
Yeah, you just put it
Like right, I can.
Yeah.
I have to move it just like.
to where you don't even have to move it. That would be funny. Okay, let's go.
And I still won't grow up. I'm a grown ass kid. Swear I should be locked up for stupid that I did, but I'm a champion. So I turn tragedy to triumph. Make music that's fire. Get my soul through the wire.
Thank you, Kanye. We will turn that tragedy into triumph. We are living through our intro music. I had a message for Patreon, but I don't want to do it on video. You guys, I feel like you guys on Patreon respond better to text posts. So I'm going to put it on there. Post pod.
Well, that's literally true because our last text post probably over 10 likes.
Nice.
Our last Patreon video, not likes, views.
Yeah.
So the ratio is astronomical.
We have hundreds of Patreon subs.
Hundreds.
And you guys need to turn on your post notifications or something. I know this because one of you told me specifically that you were not getting notifications from Patreon. So I don't know what you got to do. Maybe reset your app, log back in, make sure notifications are on because we're posting in there more frequently this year. We're trying to build our Dunn and Drew community. So patreon.com/Dunn and Drew. It's $5 to join, and you will get to see my special message that I will not talk about on these airwaves.
Do I know it?
Yeah, you know it. I talked about it in Discord, but this is like an official explanation.
Okay.
So Discord is where I tease, Patreon's where I explode.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought that was the other. I thought that was the other app, which you recently have gotten
Right.
rid of.
That's the topic.
You
That's
retired?
the topic of the post.
Oh, really?
yeah. Well,
Wow.
Nice little transition.
Yeah.
Also, we're doing more giveaways. We're giving away $100 that nobody wants to take.
$100.
Great money.
We're trying to get engagement on Twitter, but it's $100 doesn't even do it these days. It's crazy inflation.
Right. So the first message we put out on Twitter said $100 to the funniest review of our podcast on Twitter or on Apple Podcasts. So somebody named Jack, not hint of Jack here, gave us a review, and he won this $100. All you had to do was leave a funny review for a easy Benji.
You know what? I'll read it. I'll read
Thank
it for you
you.
guys.
Let's do it.
And you guys can see how easy it would have been to beat it. Not saying this was bad, but, could be better ones out there. This is from Jack__123. Two goats of podcasting. I actually talked to Jack. He's a very nice guy. Still slightly wondering if this is our Jack, and he made an extra Twitter account to try to win this $100. He says, have you ever thought to yourself, I wonder what Eric Dunn and his white friend from Vine are up to these days? Well, look no further. Here they are, 6 years into a podcast together and still going strong. Eric and his best friend Chip discuss sports, life, and entertainment and have great chemistry together. The laughs are nonstop and these two deliver with every episode. I especially love when Chip goes on rants about, hold on, I'm being told the co-host of this podcast is not Chip, but someone named Drew. This is embarrassing. Jokes aside, this podcast is 10 out of 10 quality, and Eric, Andy, and Jack are a perfect team with hilarious takes and great topics every episode. I listen every week and can't wait for new episodes. So I, at the FAU OWL watch party,
Yes. Great party.
I made a joke and wrote Chip on my name tag
Yes. They had name tags.
because
at our
Chip
thing.
went to FAU with Eric.
It said Chip 16. Class of 16.
Class 16, even though he got kicked out.
Yeah. The most recent giveaway that we did.
Was I not supposed to say that?
No, you can say whatever.
Oh,
you want.
okay.
You can say whatever you want.
Oh.
It's a podcast. You can call me. Our last $100 said I have. Our last $100 giveaway was the best roast of the podcast.
Jack, we all laughed when I read your review the first time we recorded, but we have already read it together, so that's why there weren't many laughs shed. So just trust, Jack, that
You shed laughs.
we we laughed when I read it about 30 minutes ago.
Yes.
Shedded.
I shedded it.
Shedded it. So before the technological difficulty, we had Mike Birdman. Funny last name for being an Al fan. We had Mike Birdman on the podcast, FAU alum, worked with FAU basketball since 2007. We were just talking about the FAU historic run, what it means for the university, what it means for the future, and just reminiscing on our experience as FAU fans. And I wish we could go through it again, but we're not calling him again. It's like a 25-minute conversation pretty much. But you're welcome, chill. We will replug the FAU Alumni Association since he wanted that said. So
It was a great conversation on the realignment of conferences.
yes, there was a lot talked about.
Yeah, outlook
Yeah.
next year.
Leaving Conference USA, going to AAC, team coming back, Dusty May, all that good stuff.
You broke the news of the early prediction of the top 25.
Yes.
How the season's going to start.
FAU. So after the call, Mike sent me a link of college basketball analysts top 25, preseason top 25, very early, and FAU was top fourth place. So
Above Purdue.
above Purdue, and they said that we will be a lock for top 10 in the preseason rankings, which blows my mind, honestly. But we'll see if we can play with the same heart that we did this season. But if you want, go to FAUalumni.org. It's $45 to join, and you will get a shirt. I forgot what else he said, but there's a shirt with it, and
You don't have to be an alumni.
you do not have to be an alumni.
I was going to ask
join.
him, can I pay for the shirt? You take off the alumni. I do. I just want an Owls Final Four shirt. How do I get that?
Kind of do too.
They sell those.
I feel like as part of the dance.
They sell those.
Okay.
You just want to get it through FAU alumni. You can just buy that through like Fanatics or FAU stores,
Library,
bookstore, something. But yeah, I was heartbroken at the bar. Me, Andy, Jack were watching this Final Four game.
Yeah, I started Instagram Live with a minute left.
Yeah,
and
you were getting patient.
We were hype because, oh my God, I said multiple times, bro, FAU is going to the freaking championship game. This is crazy. And the last minute transpired the way it did and caught Eric on camera. A lot of viewers watched Eric drop down to the table in front of him.
Yeah.
Just bent over, couldn't move, bawling his eyes out.
We've seen a lot of buzzer beaters in our lifetime, but
you never think it's going to happen to you.
I've never seen a buzzer beater that would have
had
a shooting as much great impact in my life as this one did. Mostly because I wasn't expecting the game to end like that. And if it was going to end on a last-second shot, I would have hoped it ended with a miss by San Diego State, obviously. But that did not happen. Buzzer beater, FAU played all the way down to the final 2 seconds, and that was the absolute maybe best and worst way to end March Madness tournament because, you know, we literally played to our last possible second. It's not like we got blown out. We fought to the end, and I'm excited to see the Owls get back next year.
6 inches, which is a lot, like further or not as far, and you're in Houston right now.
Exactly. I had a flight booked. I'd be in Houston right now. Game tips off in 30. Sorry, Jack.
Damn.
But yeah, I'd be watching the Owls play UConn right now. And UConn's been beating everybody's ass. So would I have gone in there confident? Absolutely. I'm in the championship.
Yeah.
Why am I going to be like, oh, we're losing? No. We would have won that bitch. But we had a great conversation with Mike. It's in our memories, not yours. So I'm sorry about that. But we'll get better guests.
Can you compare this feeling? Yeah, that we were 2 for 2 in the last 2 weeks with guests.
Yeah, we were. We had
FAU guests. It's not an Owls podcast, but
right. Consistent
still.
Guests, though. You know, consistent
Yeah.
guests every episode. And technology wanted to say, kill yourself. But
can you compare this feeling to anything that you felt in your life?
the tournament or Saturday?
The buzzer beater, 2 seconds. Lost.
Oh man, in the moment, very tough to compare. I haven't been down bad too much in my life.
Like you're standing there and you're in you're going to the championship. If this player just misses, if anything happens except the ball goes in, well, can't be fouled, but
Right.
and it drains.
Literally,
Didn't even hit the rim.
literally anything could have gone wrong, and we were in the championship. But everything went right. Everything went right. They dribbled it up. They didn't turn it over. They didn't double dribble. They didn't travel. They didn't step out of bounds. Got really close, though. Didn't step out of bounds.
I thought he was going to step out, and I also thought he wasn't going to get the shot off. It looked
Me
like
either.
he wasn't even like I thought he was just like wasting time, and
Yeah.
there was no plan going into it. But I guess we got lucky. But
Was it any of our guys on him? You know, our
yeah, who
guys.
was guarding him?
Oh.
I don't know.
I don't know. Probably. We interviewed half the team, basically. So I'm sure one of them was guarding him.
Let's keep it unknown. I don't want to know. Don't tell me.
Oh look.
But I did torture myself just right after the game watching the replay. I was just praying for a different outcome while I'm watching the replay. Like, come on, miss.
Yeah.
Nope. Wet as fuck. It was bad.
I have yet to watch the Jags Patriots highlights from the 2018 AFC Championship
You're
game.
planning on it like 10 years from now?
Never planning on it. But that's what I can only imagine. That's the only thing I can relate to is Tom Brady's game-winning touchdown drive back of the end zone onto Sean Gibson, who could have easily pushed him out of bounds.
It's just because it wasn't just that game that all the emotions hit me. It was, I started watching this team during the season because they had a 20-game win streak, and that's when I was like, oh, shit, FAU basketball is this good? Let me start watching. And then we got into the conference tournament. They won the whole conference. Then we got to Selection Sunday. We were the last bracket picked, and we were 9th seed playing Memphis, so got a new excitement started. Got to watch the buzzer beater versus Memphis. That's how our tournament started. So this has been an FAU high since February. Literally since February. It's only April just started. It's been the quickest 2 months. And that's crazy. We said on the call that we didn't even get a chance to enjoy these games really, because once you finish one, you're right on to the next game. So we beat Memphis with a buzzer beater. Insane. You got to ingest it, and you got to go play FDU next. You beat FDU, you got Madison Square Garden in 6 days. And then you beat Tennessee, you got Kansas State in 2 days. So all the emotions came super quick. So it was very hard to just process it all in the moment. But the ride here was fun. So for it to be stripped away on a buzzer beater shot, because you're right there down to FAU was leading the whole game. They had a 14-point lead in the second half. For it to all be stripped away on one shot is why I fell to my knees. I was like, damn.
It seems unfair.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be illegal.
I had the flight booked. In my mind, I was prepared to go to Houston because we were dominating all game. And then San Diego State just started this run. FAU couldn't get a rebound to save their life or make a free throw. And then we miss a highly contested layup to go up by 3, I think. And SDU gets the ball and hits the shot. And then I was just crushed from that point on. So
there's something Mike was saying in the call where, that was a bad one, where he's saying that this shot will be played for years to come. So you'll have to relive that.
Yeah.
But I don't think it will if UConn wins. I think if the other team wins, the team that beat you.
Oh, San Diego State.
If they win the whole thing, they're going to show that a lot more going forward.
That makes sense. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So root against them.
Yeah. All the montages they're doing right now are just because it's the tournament we're in right now. But if you want to make the overarching March Madness montages for years on, you got to win the tourney.
Right.
So San Diego State, enjoy your moment and enjoy your city. It's beautiful. But you're a Padres town, not a San Diego State Aztecs town. Go UConn.
Baseball's back. I don't even have that in here.
Good. Yeah. We don't watch it. Oh, yeah. I am working the Jack's Shrimp Opener Tuesday night.
Oh.
So come on down.
Umpire?
What are you doing?
Umpire. I will be gathering fans to play games on the field. And I'll be on the field, doing the games.
When is it? When is your first game?
Tomorrow night, Tuesday night.
So if me and Jack went, Jack and I, and you pick both of us, would that kind of seem like an inside job? Would that be frowned
Who would
upon?
care?
I don't know.
They'd be like, oh, Andy, Jack, Dunn. Dunn and Drew on the Jack Shrimp field. But yeah, they designate 2 people to go grab contestants.
Do you MC the thing too, or are you just grabbing people?
I'm not MC. I did originally reach out to be MC for the games, but they already have a main person who's been doing it for 7 years, and they have a backup person. He's MC Wale. He's our backup guy. So I said, hey, you need a third string guy, MC? I'm your guy. So I'll be third string MC maybe.
That's all you're doing is picking up people?
I don't really know what my job is till I get there, but they do maybe 4 to 5 games during the actual game. So that's all my job is to, bring out the props. It's 90 seconds in between innings, so it's very quick.
I was once a cameraman, first base.
Nice.
For no, definitely not ESPN. I was going to say ESPN Plus, but I actually did ESPN Plus for UNF basketball games. That was fun, kind of. It got old. So did never did baseball again.
Yeah, but I'm excited. I've never been to a Jack Shrimp game, so the first time I'm going to one is as an employee. Yes.
You've never been an employee, so you don't know the word.
I'm an employer.
What is work?
Chill on me.
NFL draft is in 20 looking for the model. The NFL draft is in 23 days, which means we are continuing our NFL draft trivia. This week is 2016 NFL draft. But we're doing a little switcheroo. Eric, explain the new game.
So the new game we are doing is I will show them a headshot of an NFL player from the 2016 NFL Draft. Tell them the round and pick number that this player was, and they have to guess who it is. There's no teams unless they really need it that bad. No colleges.
They're wearing jerseys, but the way it's set up is they could be wearing a jersey of their current team, their second team, or the team they're drafted. So it doesn't really help. It gives you a clue. Yeah. And he made it black and white to make it hard to see the jersey.
Yeah, I made them black and white. And in the first version of this game, they were trying to analyze the jersey. And Jack got Paxton Lynch's Seahawks jersey and then realized he was drafted by Denver. So I was like, stop analyzing the jerseys. You're not supposed to use context clues to help you. Just look at their face. Let's keep it moving.
I'm glad we're starting over because Jack was winning 4-1.
Yeah, he was smoking.
So can you erase all that?
I'll separate it out.
So
no, you can just erase it.
So the players we had before the audio shit out was Joey Bosa, Tyler Boyd, Adam Gotsis, which Andy failed to get, but he was right there. Just didn't believe him. He never trusts his gut. And we had Paxton Lynch, which Jack pulled out of nowhere. Sterling Shepard and Eli Apple was off air.
And then we also explained that this is going to be tough to listen to as a listener if you're driving in your car or listening with your headphones at the gym because you can't see the picture. But we will forgive you if you skip through this segment. We'll try to make it as entertaining as possible. This is really for TikTok.
Yeah.
And Reels.
So go to our TikTok.
Yes, Dunn and Drew.
And the TikTok will be shorter now because I had 10 players for each of you, and we lost 4, so now we have 6.
That'll be easier to edit on my part.
So 0-0 game. You guys get the gist now. We'll start back with Andy. Round 5, pick 146.
Fuck.
Joking. That is not the one. That's your next one, actually. Round 3, pick 64.
Of 2016. Okay.
2016 draft.
Round 3.
Pick
I
64.
should know this face. I should really know this. Oh, was he a first round pick?
Didn't you just say it?
No. Okay. I hate when you roast me when I think out loud because you don't know my full thought.
Well,
I'm thinking of a player that could be, but when that player that I'm thinking of, was that player a first round pick? Yeah, disregard my.
So I miscounted. We only did 3 players, so we have 7 or 6 still. Or,
no, this
Jesus
player's
Christ.
way too old.
I cannot count right now.
Okay, so that is it. Kevin Byard.
Yes,
I was gonna guess.
Let's go.
I'm shocked you knew the face.
Low key,
The jersey.
Yeah, it was a jersey. Low key, the first.
Is crop that you just crop their face?
Yeah, if I didn't, no, that's good to have that jersey.
Oh yeah.
And I think what you should do is you should type in the name. So like Kevin Byard, if you know that he's drafted by the Titans, Kevin Byard Titans.
It's all in there already.
What?
It's all in here. Like I have the.
So like for example, Paxton Lynch. Type in Paxton Lynch Broncos. Then that'll give you the Broncos picture.
Oh, I get what you mean.
Anyway, just.
What do you mean? I took these straight from ESPN.com.
Well, if you go to Google Images instead.
Won't it show like the same photo? It'll show me like action photos.
You'll probably get him in a Broncos jersey, but it's okay. We can do that for the future.
I told you stop looking at jerseys.
I wouldn't have gotten that one.
Paxton Lynch.
You write in Paxton Lynch.
What am I use?
Did you write Paxton Lynch Broncos?
It's not going to give me
Do it.
a headshot.
Do it. Curious. Keep going. Keep going. Damn. You win this round.
All jerseys, all in-game shit.
Okay. You win.
So stop looking at jerseys.
All right, type in Paxton Lynch Broncos draft.
It's impossible to not look at the jerseys. It's right there.
Or have to crop their face.
Yeah, just crop their face.
I have to look at the jersey.
We'll do next time. We'll crop the faces.
I think jersey's fun because you get to
it helps a little bit.
I get it because you're not going to know
what jersey it is.
You won't know every jersey.
Right.
So
like Giants was hard because very plain jersey.
Yeah, we'll keep it.
Sterling Shepard.
1-0. Jack.
You're winning.
Your player. Round 3, pick 65. Let me enlarge my screen.
While Jack is guessing, I'll try to help you listeners. Oof. Thick neck, white boy, short brown hair. What is that? Oh, that's the mouse. I thought it was an ear.
I know who it is, but I need a second for the name.
You gotta get your Jimmy Neutron on.
Very plain jersey. There's no way to tell from
Good.
this jersey.
Great.
You know who it is?
I have an idea. A good idea, actually. And it's kind of, a good idea.
Round 3, pick 65.
He's from
that
Westchester. Like he's from where I grew up.
Holy crap.
Jesus. How you giving yourself your own clues?
I know exactly who it is, and everyone will know him too. But I can't.
You can't put your finger on his clit.
Jeez. Jack, don't unplug.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't pull nothing out.
In the sudden movements.
Imagine it just shuts off again. Like,
We start over.
Someone.
Like we spoke with Mike for
Our third time. Nah, it'd be a wash at that point. How much time does he get?
Oh yeah, we should time you guys. We'll give you guys a minute.
Starting now?
No,
What?
you get like 20 seconds.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
You already said you know him.
I know his past two teams.
That's good. That's not the game.
This is tough.
Why don't I don't know why I'm just blanking on his name.
5 seconds.
He's a backup
3,
defensive end.
2, 1, time. Need a name.
Pass, Andy, go. I'll get it when it comes back. He doesn't get
No,
it.
it doesn't come back.
Yeah, it does.
No, I don't think
No,
it should
you
come
don't want
back.
to give it. You want to give it back.
It can't come back.
Unless you know it.
I do know it.
You don't say his name.
And I don't want him to get another hint. I don't think it should come back.
Say my name.
I know it came back earlier, like in the previous games.
He's gonna be salty when he hears it.
I know, like,
Yeah, I know. Fuck, I don't know.
he played. He was on the Raiders, and then he played in the Bucks last year.
Oh,
What?
White?
is this a gay one?
Yeah. The only openly gay player in the NFL.
Guys, don't
Does
know
it
his name.
start with a C?
I can't tell you. I
Well,
guess this is a
At
wash.
this
Wait,
point, we're
hold
not going
on.
to get it. It starts with a C.
This is a wash now, right? It's got to be.
Why don't I know his name?
I'm gonna let you guys figure it out because you guys know who it is.
Can you tell us if his first or last name starts with a C? Because I think it does.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Played for Penn State too.
Right. And he's from where I grew up.
It's one of those you know the name, but you just can't. It's like trivia on Hogline. Like,
Yeah.
I know the name, but I can't think of it. John the Third.
I think it was there. It was here.
Yeah, it was here. But that was just my example. Hello.
It's tough, guys. What's that gay player's name? I didn't know he's still in the league, let alone a third-round pick.
I don't think is. He still? He might be unsigned right now.
Wow.
I know I'll think of it.
Well, you won't have to because I can
Damn.
just tell you.
No, God, no.
First name started with a C?
Yes. He's still in the league. He's still in the Bucks.
Okay.
Okay, well, we should. This is bad radio, so let's keep talking.
Bad radio.
Already bad radio with the game we're playing, making it worse radio.
Yeah, worst radio.
All right. I guess just give it to us.
No, don't give it to us.
Don't give it to us.
Go on to the next
player.
Yeah,
player.
We'll just keep going. We'll think of it maybe in like 10
I'll
minutes.
we'll think of it.
Just
Whoever
start-
wins, we gets half a point. Whoever says
All
it
right.
first,
That's deal.
half
Yeah,
a point.
just-
Could be a tiebreaker.
Just blurt it out when it comes
okay.
to Andy, we have round.
We keep thinking of this player. Okay, go.
Yeah. Why you think of this player, he's going to be thinking
Yeah,
of the last
I know.
one. Round 5, pick 146.
I know.
Round what?
Round 5, pick 100. You said round what? Like you know round 5 and 26. Round 5, pick 146. You shook.
Dante Hightower?
Incorrect.
Close.
Jack.
It's Matt Judon.
Yes.
So does the C.
Oh, he's trying to just blurt it out when you're ready. Now it's Andy's turn to figure out who that is because you're up next. This player, round 4, Jack, pick 139.
Jerry Tillery. Is it?
No. No.
Oh.
What'd you
Damn,
say?
he scared the shit out
What'd
of
you
me.
say?
He got that real quick.
Jerry Tillery.
I don't even. Who the hell is that?
He was in Notre Dame and got drafted by the Chargers.
J. Artillery.
Damn.
Jerry.
Jerry. It's wrong, but I'm just trying to figure out who the hell that is.
Well, I don't expect you to know it.
He went to Notre Dame.
Offensive
That's why I know him.
Jerry Art.
Oh, actually, he was the first round pick anyway.
Oh, Jerry Tillery.
What round was this guy?
Round 4. Pick 139.
Yeah, he doesn't look like that either.
He's not in the league, so don't look at the jersey.
Mm.
That's why I said don't look at the jersey. He's not in the league.
It still helps. Not really. God damn. Okay, so it's a chubby boy.
Chubby boy.
African American.
Wish I could give teams. Well, if
We're supposed to know this guy? By his face?
you guys know him.
Really? And he's not in the league.
If I know an NFL player,
Right.
you guys know. Y'all know names I don't.
Oh, is this
Oh, are you teasing me?
so there was a tight end that Phillip Rivers would throw to when Antonio Gates was hurt. I'm getting those vibes.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Who is
this guy's
Gates'
not a
back?
tight end.
What? No, it's not.
I don't think he doesn't look like tight
It's probably
end.
no. He looks shorter.
No, he looks shorter. It's his head.
He looks thick. He looks
Yeah,
thick.
bigger. He looks like he's a lineman.
Yeah, I mean, I thought alignment, but then I'm thinking of Eric, and Eric doesn't know lineman.
Maybe it's like I don't know.
Don't do me like that.
Who would
I had
Phillip throw to?
Judon on here.
Who would Phillip Rivers throw to?
Oh, I forgot to keep score.
Okay, I give up. Give us this guy.
Cardale Jones,
Oh,
Wow.
Okay.
quarterback from
quarterback.
Ohio State.
Huh.
Yeah, there was no way.
Yeah. Oh, old school player.
He's fat.
Yeah. He was drafted by Buffalo.
Yikes.
So I got Matt Judon.
You got Judon. He got Byard. And we're still waiting for the
That's all we got?
the other guy. Yeah, we just did 2 guys so far. We have 5 left for each.
Carl Nassib.
Yes.
Yes.
Damn.
Why you Googled it.
I did it.
He's like typing away. Carl Nassib.
Yes.
Yes, Carl Nassib. Good job.
So I only got Nassib and Judon, and he got Kevin Byard.
Yeah.
All right.
We've only done 2 each. So
I don't like this new scoring system. I can't keep track.
Am I up?
no.
Oh, right. That was
Cardale
mine.
Jones was yours. Andy. Oh God, I got these.
Yeah, Chargers. I had no idea.
Oh, here we go. This guy, round 4, pick 99.
Ah,
Stop, Jack.
Round 4, pick 99.
I don't like when you know it. So obviously, I should know this guy
why is that obvious?
because it's a Jags jersey.
It is.
Round 4.
White guy, hairlines receding.
2016.
Damn it, Jack.
Draft. You shook him by going, oh.
I'm just gonna do it every time.
Oh my goodness. I should know this guy. I feel like he's a
Yeah.
linebacker.
Is he?
I feel like he is.
Got a nice, handsome smile.
Not really.
I like it.
Or a safety. Safety. Damn it. You're winning.
Are you Charlie Sheen? Can you zoom in?
You get closer. His name's written on his forehead.
Put a little box over him.
I'm going to be so pissed. Go ahead.
Jack.
Is it
Oh,
No, time's up.
Chris Brzezinski?
No.
No, Jack wouldn't know who that is. And that guy's way early.
Jack.
Jags days.
Who is this guy?
Former linebacker of the Jaguars and also the Steelers, Joe Schobert.
Yes.
Damn it.
Joe Schobert is correct.
Solid.
Why would you give me that?
Because
I
he
thought they
played
were
for the
gonna give
Jags.
I know. I thought you were going to give him things that I would know and me things that he would know. I thought that's the explanation. Never mind.
I didn't think you would know this guy.
Oh.
But I did give it to you first, and you did know him.
I remember us laughing when the Steelers picked him up because he sucked when he was with us.
Didn't he lead league in tackles?
Not that I know of.
I'm
Maybe
gonna
before
Google
we got him.
it. No, well, he was drafted to the Jags.
No, he wasn't.
Oh, he was drafted to the Browns, I believe, actually. But I thought he led the league in tackles with the Jags.
Why can't I?
No way.
So it's not
No,
like-
with Cleveland, yeah.
Oh.
It's not letting me zoom into these guys, so I'm going to like make my window smaller so I can zoom in. All right, Jack, this is yours now.
Okay.
Round 3, pick 73. Round 3, pick 73.
Is that Kenyon Drake?
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
This.
Kenyon Drake.
Can we go back to the
a good
way
one.
we were playing earlier,
We can,
way?
but not this one.
where we just go round 1 and we alternate?
Oh.
All right, Andy. This might be a lob.
Please, I need one.
Round 3, pick 91. Not a convict.
No, I know this guy played quarterback for the Colts, for the Patriots, for the Browns.
Carl Nassib.
For Jacoby Brissett.
Correct. Good job.
Needed that one.
4-2.
All right. How many more do we have left?
I'm seeing if my numbers are messed up here.
You're
1, 2,
struggling
3,
with your
4,
notes.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Well, the game got cut off, so
6,
makes it
7,
harder.
8, 9, 10. I'm confusing myself, but Jack, you're next.
How many more left?
3.
And I'm down 4-2. Yikes.
Jack, round 3, pick
6.
69.
Nice.
No, it's not him.
Round 3, pick 69.
Jack?
What?
Nothing.
Oh.
Round 3, pick 69.
He looks like someone who was drafted in 2018.
I don't know what that means.
He looks like Naeem Hines.
Ooh.
Is that your guess?
It's not because he wasn't drafted in 16, but
you know that for sure?
yeah, I'll just guess him because I can't think of anyone else. So I'll guess Naeem Hines, but it's not him.
Incorrect. Andy.
Is this Yannick Ngakoue?
Yes,
I
it
didn't know what
is.
he looks like.
He used to have dreads. I
It's
believe.
another back-to-back lobs. Thank you. No, he did not.
Oh. Wasn't a lob.
Coming back.
Because it was for Jack. It was for Jack.
4-3.
This Andy now?
Yep.
Round 2, pick 34.
Yeah. Those look fake.
Round 2, pick 34. 2016 NFL Draft.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, no, this is wrong. But it kind of looks like they all look like, I don't know. This guy, so if you're listening, this guy has very long dreads.
Like curly dreads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of looks,
painted.
yeah, like it's in Microsoft Art. What's that called? Is it called Art?
Sure.
Imagine I did this.
This guy does not look like this, I don't think. But I'm going to guess it because I have no idea anyone else.
You might be right. Your gut's usually right.
Fred Warner.
I was thinking Fred Warner too, but
Really?
I don't think it's him.
It's not. Jack,
That's
clock
weird, we're
starts
both thinking
now.
of
As
Who's this beautiful man?
that. I feel like I know him.
You do. That's why he's on here.
Is he a linebacker?
no,
Can't say.
chill.
I think he's a linebacker.
There you
As a
go.
statement.
Does round 2, pick 34 help?
No. CJ Mosley.
Incorrect.
Scared me.
Any other guesses, or are we stumped?
Is he a linebacker?
Yeah.
Well,
Good.
no, like team.
Cowboys.
Oh, Jalen Smith.
Jalen Smith.
Notre Dame. Yeah.
Injury.
All right, Jack, you're up. Pick 2, or imagine pick 2. Wentz. Round 2, pick 35.
Hunter Henry.
Yes. Sorry, Andy.
Would you have gotten that?
No.
Oh.
Wow.
Can still be mad that you did, though.
Round 4, pick 110, Andy.
I think I'm done playing.
Can I guess?
Of course.
Is it Tyler Higbee?
Yes.
I see Jack pays close attention to NFL and or
This
Sunday Night
is
Football.
the hardest one though. Round 4, pick 100.
That's the hardest one.
Do you know it?
No, but it looks like a face should be obvious.
Then say it.
It's
It looks familiar.
The name is, but
The face isn't.
the face isn't.
What was the round?
I'll go Cooper Cup.
What was the round?
I was serious.
Round 4, pick 100.
Kind of looks like who's the quarterback for the Patriots?
Mac Jones?
Yeah.
No,
Mac
it does not look
Jones.
like Mac Jones.
Yes, it does.
He looks more closer to like Matt Ryan than Mac Jones.
I don't know, Jack.
Jim.
I can't think of
You
it.
won anyway.
You can concede.
I don't know.
Damn.
He has enough clips for TikTok.
Who is it?
It is Connor Cook,
Who?
That's not really a
Michigan State quarterback.
well-known name.
I guess I'm a Big Ten. I watched him during Big Ten, so that's why I know. 2 more.
Yay.
You just want me to throw them on screen?
Wait. So I still have a chance?
No.
You're done.
You
Wow.
have 3. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Thanks.
Oh, I see that. No, I want to keep playing.
All right, who are these guys?
Yep.
The guy
don't know.
the guy on the left is Will Fuller. Right?
Yeah.
Correct?
Probably.
I don't know the guy on the right.
How the hell you get Will Fuller?
Notre Dame.
Bro, you gotta pay attention to these colleges.
Colleges. He smoked you
He's
already.
obsessed.
Also, fantasy headshots. Like fantasy players. Like that's
play
why
fantasy.
that's why I got Hunter Henry, Kenyon Drake, Tyler Higbee like right away.
Fantasy. Great.
Okay. Well,
That is
the
is
last
it?
time we played.
Laramie Tunsil.
Oh.
That was
Wait, first round.
Yeah, he was in the first round.
That may have helped.
well, you can guess.
Okay.
All right. That was the faces game. And
I liked it.
Yeah.
Andy
Bet
would
you
have
did.
had he won.
Very sore loser here. Okay, so it's Masters Week, everybody. Take a second.
Jack,
It's Masters Week. Okay.
didn't need that.
All right. So, yes, Masters Week. Always fun to watch the Masters weekend, which coincides with Easter weekend. So, be watching Masters with family
With Jesus.
and Jesus. The odds leader right now at BetMGM, Scotty Scheffler, plus 650. Rory McIlroy, second, plus 750. John Rahm, third, plus 800. And I know everyone's curious, Tiger Woods, plus 6,000. Wonder what his odds
Yikes.
were when he won. I would look that up, but I
Probably similar.
don't want to. Yeah, he was definitely not. God, that take me back. What a weekend. We had that, and then Tiger Woods winning the Masters, and we got to watch the first episode of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
That was like peak Dunn and Drew.
Uh,
Yeah, no, probably not. Not really. Not really.
Masters in an episode of Game of Thrones.
I mean,
Peak life.
in
Yeah.
terms of content to view, yes, not peak Dunn and Drew though. So I did something that shouldn't take too long. I put together, well, with help, but a game for you, Eric. You're going to guess who made the most money throughout their career, not including advertisements.
Okay.
So
Just their sport.
it's going to be golf versus NFL. So if it's like an NFL quarterback, how much money has he made, obviously, throughout his career? No endorsements or whatever. If it's like Tiger Woods, how much money did he make winning golf tournaments throughout his career? All right, Tiger Woods or Michael Vick?
Woods.
Tiger Woods, but it's a lot closer than you might think. Tiger Woods, $120.9 million. Michael Vick, $115.9 million.
Nice.
Like a lot closer than you'd think. But that's because when you think of Tiger Woods, you think of so much money, but mainly probably a lot. Most of that money came from Nike or is coming from Nike. Bubba Watson or Trevor Lawrence?
Damn.
And it helps, obviously, if you know, because I have no idea how much money. I have no idea how much money these players are making from their winnings
tournaments.
So basically just going off name value.
Some of them are like, because a tournament purse, it's like $3 million, and then it's distributed through all the golfers too.
I wonder what the Masters is.
I think it's like 9. Could be wrong.
Wow.
I did. Bubba Watson or Trevor?
How much is that rookie contract getting Trevor Lawrence?
Did he take it in Bitcoin?
He took it in like
I know his signing bonus. I think he took in Bitcoin.
FT
or some crypto. Yeah,
that failed company.
Did he take it in that one?
I thought it was Bitcoin.
It is Bitcoin. Yeah, he was a partner in that.
Yeah.
Oh,
so was Brady, but he's good.
Just crazy.
I feel like you asking me this for shock value, but I don't want to dog my dog Trevor, so I'm gonna say Trevor over Bubba.
No, Bubba 48 million, Trevor 27 million.
Wow.
Sorry, that wasn't too interesting. Justin Thomas or Derrick Henry?
Ooh. Come on. Justin Thomas, he's been winning a lot over the years. So I'm going to go Derrick Henry.
Ooh. Derrick Henry, 45.9 million. Justin Thomas, 52.8 million. Wow. Justin Thomas barely edges out.
Should have golfed.
Derrick Henry. Overall, NFL winnings, vastly superior.
Yeah.
Or winnings, contracts, salary, whatever.
I couldn't do golf. My lower back is too terrible.
You could do the NFL.
Jordan Spieth or Ed Reed?
Jordan Spieth or Ed Reed? I'm going Spieth.
You're right.
I would.
Sorry, go ahead.
I said I would too, just because of the years.
The times he played in?
Yeah, like Ed Reed played, I don't know, inflation.
Do you want to play this game?
No. I mean,
okay.
I don't need to.
Okay.
You want me to?
I was like, I know.
I didn't know if you... Adam Scott or Chad Ochocinco? Jack?
Opposite of my argument for the last one, I'm going to go Ochocinco.
Okay.
I'm going Ocho.
It is Adam Scott, 60 million, 60.5 million. Chad Ochocinco, 49 million.
Damn, Chad. Get your money up.
Yeah, I thought Chad made more during this career.
Yeah, I guess 20 years ago, so contracts weren't as big.
Here's a good one, probably my favorite one. Phil Mickelson or Andrew Luck?
Phil.
Well, because it's your favorite one, I'm going to say Andrew Luck.
Damn it. It is Andrew Luck, 109 million. Phil, 94 million.
It's crazy.
Rory McIlroy or Colin Kaepernick?
I think it has to be Rory.
Yeah, Rory.
You're correct. 71 million to
48.
Collins, 40. What?
8.
3.5. And that was to get you guys ready for the Masters.
I'm ready.
Yay. Now. Yay. Yay. Yay.
And now we are going to get you ready for Monday Night Raw, which already happened. But WrestleMania happened over the weekend. And that was Jack's movie review for the week. So, Jack, give us your WrestleMania. This is night 1, by the way. You watched all 4 hours. And I tried to get his thoughts throughout, but he's like, I'll talk to you Monday. Like, he's sitting right next to me. He's like, no, I'll tell you Monday. So I basically felt like I was watching by myself. So there's a Jack, I'm ready. And so are our 5 wrestling
There's more
fans. There's definitely more. And it's WrestleMania, so the casuals tune in. So a lot of people will have seen what you're going to talk about. By the way, I'm glad you didn't watch night 2. It was not nearly as good. Half of it was ads, and the last match was not nearly as good as the last match. Well, the matches were very good, but the night 1 match left everyone left happy.
So I would have watched. You didn't send me your login.
I felt like I was overreaching. I felt like
Oh.
Yeah.
I was just looking at a blank TV, my phone next to me, waiting for your text to log in. All Sunday night, didn't get
Damn,
it.
I'm so sorry. I'll send you it now. You can watch it now. It's still up there.
Too late.
It's your movie review for next week.
Nope.
Okay.
Too late.
All right. I'm been waiting forward to this for a few days, so
Okay.
I'm ready.
This is gonna come in like a question and so I have some questions in here.
Awesome.
It's interactive.
Okay.
Because
Do you have any questions for Eric too?
yeah.
Okay.
Actually I do. Because I don't know a lot about wrestling still. So WrestleMania, I lead off with a question. I want you to tell me what it is.
Okay. So
There's only one a year, I learned. Like, is WrestleMania 39?
yes.
And okay. So like what else happens throughout the year? Like what just can give it more context. I still don't really know what it meant.
So there's shows on Monday and Friday
Okay. And
every
that's
week. It's
Monday
the
Night
longest.
Raw.
Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown. Monday Night Raw is the longest weekly episodic television show in history,
Whoa.
and it's live every week.
Okay.
It's been the case since very early 90s, I believe. Maybe like 1990, 1991, or 1993. Anyway, they shows every week. They never miss a show.
You never miss a show?
No, they.
Oh.
I miss plenty.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, I thought
That would be funny if I didn't.
Monday Night Football
They're
this instead.
sometimes. So in every once a month they have a pay-per-view. Used to be where you'd have to buy this pay-per-view from like DirecTV or whatever, and it was literally pay per view. Right. Now it's on streaming services like Peacock. I can pay $5 for Peacock a month and I get these pay-per-views. So once a month they do pay-per-view, and the pay-per-views are like payoffs from storylines they build up throughout the month. Sometimes storylines build up through pay-per-views and have big payoffs at probably bigger pay-per-views. Like you have SummerSlam, which is hosted in a stadium.
Okay.
You have the Royal Rumble, which is usually, I think, hosted in a stadium nowadays. So there's 3 really big pay-per-views, starting with the Royal Rumble in January, WrestleMania in April, and then SummerSlam in like August. And WrestleMania is the biggest event. It was the very first pay-per-view that WWE did. It was WWF at the time. And they just, it's a
All-night WrestleFest.
Yeah, blend between wrestling and pop culture. Okay. So you have people like Snoop Dogg.
Right.
They've had like Mike Tyson. They have just Gronkowski. Like superstars in pop culture. It's a big event. And it's
happens
not
once
just,
a year.
It happens once a year. It used to be just one night a year until like 5 years ago when they started doing night 1 and night 2. So WrestleMania is usually when the ultimate payoffs come. So a storyline that's been building for a long time, they'll finally give the fans a payoff. Like if the bad guy keeps beating down the little guy like over and over again, it's like, come on, when's this guy going to lose? Usually it's at WrestleMania where the fans are like, oh, that's so awesome. I'm glad I waited. And then it's obviously a big spectacle, fireworks. And any other questions about WrestleMania?
No, I think I get the gist of what it all meant now. I kind of just have like a blur or some thoughts on every single fight we watched.
Awesome. I don't recall you taking notes.
Yeah, I didn't. I just did it off memory the next day.
Wow.
Okay. So the first one was John Cena versus Austin Theory was his name.
Yeah, kind of a snoozer.
Going into this, I really didn't know what to expect. I don't think I fully comprehended that there would be people like actually wrestling, which was stupid of me.
Yeah.
Since I don't think of it as a sport, I think I just pictured this being like an event and not really a competition of any sort.
So wild.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that. But anyway, I was rooting for John Cena because I knew who he was. Austin Theory wasn't really too exciting for me. And he was the heel, I believe.
And you knew what heel was.
Yeah. So it seems like I was correctly rooting for who I was supposed to. And what belt did Austin Theory retain because of this?
It's a United States Championship.
Okay. I don't think I have anything else in this one. They put this match first, so I don't think I was supposed to care that much about this one anyway. which seemed odd to me because a big name like John Cena I feel like should be put last. However, maybe he's more appealing for the casual like me and not the diehards, who maybe the diehards are kind of tired of him at this point, which you informed me of.
No, they just want to start off with a bang.
Okay.
That's it. And they already had a main event for that night. So, and John Cena's a part-timer, so there's no way he would be main eventing.
Okay. That's all I have for that one. So the next one was the Viking tag team fight.
I think it was a triple threat tag team match or something.
What does that mean? Triple threat?
3 teams.
Okay. Three people per team.
Or 3 individuals if it was a singles match.
This one wasn't that interesting in terms of who won or lost. However, what was exciting was the multiple body collisions of the huge men. Like at one point, there was a tower of bodies just falling from the top rope on each other, and that was definitely entertaining. Don't think I have any other thoughts on this one. What was the point of this match, and what was it for a belt?
I can't remember.
Okay.
I didn't pay attention to the storyline for that one.
Okay.
It was not for a belt.
All right. Next one, Logan Paul versus Seth freaking Rollins. Love Seth freaking Rollins' entrance song.
What? Wait, I'm trying.
I can't think of it now.
Damn it.
It's something like that.
No, that's someone else's. I think that's Roman Reigns.
I thought you had it. I don't know. And I liked the entrance song and the whole crowd sing along with it. I thought this was a cool element, made him fun to root for. However, I rooted for Logan Paul because I knew who he was.
And for the heel.
At some point during this match, my mind went back to the origins of Logan Paul. And the reason he got famous
The Jungle?
was because he had a huge following on Vine, which then gave me the idea of WrestleMania putting on a Vine-centric match of former Vine stars, and we can see Eric come in out of nowhere and take down Logan Paul. So Eric, you should reach out to them.
Remember, was it Logan or Jake that did the forest, the suicide forest?
It was Logan.
It was one
Logan.
I wasn't.
Yeah. Did you know Logan was a high school star wrestler?
Didn't know that.
Yeah, so he pretty much fits this style of.
He's also a great entertainer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Entertainment mixed with wrestling. Perfect for WrestleMania, honestly.
Yep.
Anyway, the actual match. Really thought Logan should have won this one. I like the curveball they threw in there of his friend, KSI.
Oh, KSI. Do you know KSI, Eric? He's a very popular YouTuber.
Of course, I know who KSI is because they did. They used to have fake boxing beef, and then they partnered with Prime. So yeah, it was all fake.
So he was KSI was hiding in a Prime mascot jersey.
How was he hiding?
He was
no
just
face showing.
Yeah.
Oh,
So he was just sitting there in the arena. Like Logan came out with it because he's always promoting his Prime drink.
yeah.
And then he shows his face and it's KSI. And do you talk about the big spot?
I did see.
No,
I did see a
what?
picture of KSI in the Prime.
Okay.
Because obviously I can't escape photos from WrestleMania.
You shouldn't try to escape it.
I'm not.
Okay.
So I'm saying you can't.
Yes.
It's just on your feed.
Yeah.
So I
Hell
saw.
yeah.
I saw KSI in the Prime. I just don't. Try to dive into it more to understand it. It's
Yeah.
just I see KSI in a Prime costume with Logan Paul in front of him.
Probably the highlight of the match was Seth Rollins was on the announce table. KSI was like shooting like a selfie video next to him. Logan Paul was on the top rope, jumps off, and in the last second, Seth Rollins pulls down KSI, and Logan Paul lands on KSI, and that was probably the highlight of the match.
Where was I? KSI dressed up in that costume of the energy drink. I think it was. That's what I wrote. I don't know what Prime is. That was fun, but Logan lost anyway, even with the help of his friend. I did have a question. Do you have any idea how much Logan Paul got paid for this?
No, but I know his contract was up afterward.
Okay.
Unfortunately, wrestling contracts are not public. That would be very entertaining if they were.
Because I know it's scripted, and I don't know. I forget what I wrote here. And I hope the wrestling community doesn't get mad at me for this. But do you think Logan Paul is any bit embarrassed by doing this?
No, he's talked about how this is like a dream come true.
Okay.
Yeah, like he's blown away, mind blown when he looks around and that he's able to do this.
Because in my head, I can picture a scenario that Logan Paul's on the street and some 10-year-old goes up to him, makes fun of him for getting humiliated by Seth freaking Rollins. Does Logan Paul shrug it off and tell the kid it's fake and he did it to make a bag? Or does he have to stay in character during the situation and get mad at the kid, like in his like heel character? What happens
So
there?
that's a good question. If he stayed really true to his character, like MJF, he's a wrestler for AEW. He's probably the best heel right now because he never breaks character.
Okay.
Like people will see him out in public and he'll be an absolute douchebag. And I'm sure he's not like that, like genuinely. But yeah, if he wanted to, he could stay in character, and that would be cool for him to do.
I think if the money is big enough, maybe he'd stay in character, but I don't know.
I think the money doesn't really matter for him because I think he actually genuinely loves wrestling.
Okay.
I'd have to agree.
He's an entertainer. Like
I think he just likes being on that stage, the spotlight. Whatever contract they gave him, he would do it regardless.
I mean, it's like a kid seeing. Oh my God, I hate when this happens. But I'm not saying It's like a kid seeing
Nope.
There it is. Iron Man out in public and saying, "Hey, Iron Man!" Like, why would he go out of his way and pretend that he's not? Who's the actor? What the fuck?
In what?
I don't know.
Who's Iron Man?
Oh, Robert Downey.
There you go. Someone sees Robert Downey Jr. in public, and the 10-year-old is like, "Iron Man!" Like he's gonna pretend he's still Iron Man because that's where the kid knows him from. Yeah, he's acting, but he can still. What's it cost to still pretend that you're Iron Man? Same thing.
Okay. Next, the tag team girl fight. I don't have much on this one. Yes, that was indicative of our sentiment. It was kind of a mess. A lot of people doing a lot of stuff at once, and honestly, I don't remember much because
fatal 4-way. I think women's tag.
Yeah,
I believe there were 4 women's teams in at once.
Really?
Or was this last night? You didn't see Ronda Rousey, did you?
No.
Okay, that was last night.
I don't remember much because Andy fast forward through a lot. But I think the team who we were supposed to root for won, right?
I can't remember.
It was the like you said, it was like the best woman wrestler of all time.
Oh, okay. It's a triple threat. No, not a triple threat. A 3-on-3. Yeah, it was Lita and Trish. Sorry. And Becky Lynch versus the others, and they won. Cool. Yep.
Yeah.
I was going to ask about Anna Jay. She new on the scene. I've seen her come up on my feed a lot.
I'd have to see her.
She says "fat ass, bad attitude."
I don't know. Oh,
Wrestler.
I see why she's on your feed. I don't know. I don't know what company. I don't pay attention to women wrestling.
Clearly, skipped forward.
Although there were.
Oh, she's AEW.
Although the match that we saw, the women's, was it women's? There was a women's match at the end, right? Like toward the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That one was entertaining. And then the women's match the next night was entertaining.
Next one, Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio.
Ooh, hell yeah.
This one was great. I love the contention they seem to have created within the Mysterio household throughout the past few years. Dominic causing a scene at the family's Thanksgiving, Rey wearing his mask at the house, and Dominic serving hard time in the jail cell. I loved it all. Of course, I was rooting for Dominic. Everyone wants to just label him as a disrespectful problem child, but why doesn't anyone listen to him? Maybe Rey was a low-life, absent, and potentially abusive father. He did look a little too comfortable smacking him with the belt in the ring. I also love how they got the whole family involved, throwing the drink in his sister's face, getting slapped by his mom. Thought that was all a great touch. Something that stood out to me during this one was the announcer when talking about Dominic. He kept saying something like, "I can't keep defending this kid's behavior." Throughout the whole match, he was saying that. And then I was confused why he was saying this because I was thinking like, no one's asking you to defend him. I don't know why you're saying this. But then I realized the announcer is supposed to be acting like an impartial commentator the whole time, and he's not allowed to take sides and root against the heel.
There you go. Yeah.
I thought that was an interesting epiphany I had during this.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. Jack was rooting for the heels most of the night.
Yeah.
They're fun.
Yeah. Which makes you a mark.
Oh.
Which is, I think I got the correct definition. You root for the bad guy because it's like cooler.
Okay.
And yeah,
I'm cool.
you don't go with the flow. Like you don't. The wrestling event is telling you to root for this guy, but you're like, no, I'm rooting for the other guy.
Yeah,
that makes you a mark.
I felt marky. Next one is I wrote the goth girl versus the blonde girl.
Oh yeah, this was a super good fight.
And I now know the blonde girl is Charlotte Flair,
Yeah.
Ric Flair's daughter, who I do know. I've heard of that name before.
Probably Mount Rushmore wrestler. Yep.
Because he was in Ted, right? Which I've seen that movie.
With the bear.
It
Oh,
wouldn't.
no, that's Flash Gordon. Is that the same person? No, it's not.
I don't know. Ric Flair does a lot of things for money, so he could be in any of these movies.
I don't know.
Tom Brady was in Ted.
He was in Ted too.
Damn. Sorry. As well?
He was in Ted, the number 2. I don't think I have anything notable to say about this one, other than the reactions to the kickouts were so funny. Like the goth girl was baffled by how Charlotte kept escaping her at the last second. I guess I was rooting for Charlotte here, but I honestly don't even remember who won. So do you remember?
Rhea Ripley, the goth girl, she won. So that was a payoff that's been taken. Like that's why the fans were rooting for her, even though she's the bad one, the heel, because they noticed her hard work, how good she is on the mic. Okay. And she deserves a title run. And Charlotte's had like 14 of them. So it was time to move the titles on to someone else. So that's why she was getting an applause.
Okay. Next, we have The Miz versus Pat McAfee. Probably my favorite one. Prior to this starting, all WrestleMania starting, I asked Andy if Pat McAfee was in this, and I was really hoping he would show up, and he did. I didn't, however, expect him to show up and fight in a match. I assumed he would just be commentating if he did come. Thought it was funny that he got the whole crowd to chant Miz had tiny balls. Also, thank God Snoop Dogg had the jurisdiction to make the match official, right? Jurisdiction. I was nervous it wouldn't have counted. What's next? Impressive work by McAfee getting up on the rope and stuff and doing legit stuff that the other wrestlers were doing. Then the best part was when he brought out George Kittle from the crowd. Oh, yeah. And he was fighting too in his tight end U shirt. Coincidentally, on the car ride to Andy's house, I was listening to a podcast that I will keep anonymous, who had Kittle on as a guest, and he was talking about his tight end U plans this year. Anyway, that was a fun one. Pat and Kittle won, and I was of course rooting for them because of my NFL allegiance. Also, once Kittle popped up, Adam Schefter tweeted about it, and that's how you know this event is legit. Next, the tag team main event. I'll be honest, at this point, WrestleMania kind of lost me. Maybe I was just too tired as it was nearing midnight.
Wait, the main event?
Yeah.
Wow.
I guess these were two prominent tag teams in the wrestling community, but it felt like an underwhelming main event. I'm writing this a day later, and from what I remember, the match itself felt a little repetitive and similar to what happened in some of the other fights we saw earlier. The heel in this one were the guys dressed in white, and they lost, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm. Big payoff. They've had the titles for 2 years.
Okay.
Or nearly 2 years.
What does payoff mean?
You wait so long for something.
And then
you go a year without drinking, and then you finally get to drink.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. I don't know. You get it.
Yeah, I guess
you wait so long.
Something
for
you're
something.
waiting for, and then it happens.
Yeah.
Okay. So we were waiting for these the guys dressed in white to lose.
Yeah, we're like, they gotta lose.
Gotcha.
Like, please lose.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't have much else to comment on this one. It didn't spark my interest as much as the others. The main event for me was seeing the football players on the TV. So once McAfee and Kittle left the screen, I think my mind just turned off.
So, this match, I was going crazy for, because the kickouts, the spots, but it helps if you know the story behind it. Like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn have been waiting for this for a long time, and for it to be in the main event of WrestleMania versus the Bloodline, who had a chokehold on the entire roster for so long. Yeah, storyline would have helped you for this one, but still a lot of cool spots. So, oh well. Keep going.
So that was all the matches that happened. I have some closing questions / remarks.
Okay.
Question: has anyone ever gotten actually mad and started wrestling for real?
So there have been times, and I'm surprised this hasn't happened more, but there are times when a wrestler will be too like stiff on a punch, which means they actually hit you.
Okay.
And if it's like, so the other wrestler will kind of hit them back again, like hard, like they'll do a move, but they won't let up or something. And you hear these, you don't really know at the time, but now with podcasts, they're all telling stories about their past, and they're amazing to listen to. And you can also go back and watch it while they're telling it, which is awesome because you will reference what they're talking about. Like, Shane McMahon was going to punch me, and he hit me right here on the jaw. So I had to, show him and throw him around a little bit. So, but there's never been, as far as I know, an instance where a wrestler got mad and kind of like broke the storyline or broke what was supposed to happen.
Okay.
Turns into UFC.
Yeah. Which is shocking because these are like, you see the NFL, like their tensions are raised, but like your career depends on, like if you do this once.
It's part of their contract probably that it has to happen a certain way, so they may not get paid if they get mad.
Yeah, actually. And if you do it once, your career with anyone relevant is probably over. You're fired. You're a lot of bad things. But there have been instances where the storyline, I don't know if there are multiple, but the most popular one is called the Montreal Screwjob, where Vince McMahon, the owner of the company, he has his wrestlers that wrestle for him. The champion at the time, Bret Hart, Canadian. They were in Toronto, or they're in Montreal, I think, for a pay-per-view. He was leaving the company like after the match. He wanted to go out, still the champion, and hand over the title and forfeit the title when he went to the other company. That's not how you do business, quote. So the idea of the match was he was going to lose it to this other wrestler, Shawn Michaels. Bret Hart didn't want to do that in his hometown. Vince said, okay, fine, you can keep it. But he was really lying and scheming behind his back. So in the match, Shawn Michaels does a move on him, like a submission, and the ref immediately calls for the bell. Everyone runs out of the ring. Bret Hart's still in there, like looking around. He thinks it was going to go his way. And then Vince McMahon is out there too. Bret Hart spits in his face, and he's talking shit and leaves for the other company. That's the most real. So
that's real.
Yeah, that's the most real thing that's happened. There's been like documentaries made about it and everything. It's extremely popular night in wrestling. So yeah, and then there's been other moments, but that's the main one that comes to mind. It does get real sometimes. Last night, there was a Hell in a Cell match inside a big steel cage, and Edge throws a ladder at this guy called Finn Balor, hits him in the head, completely split open. Like, you didn't see it until the pictures afterward, but he was bleeding. They almost stopped the match. They had this, I think they tried to stitch him up during the match and give him a painkiller. But yeah, he was bleeding everywhere. It was crazy.
What's your rating?
I'll get to that at the end.
Oh.
Sorry, it's not over yet.
I'm loving this, actually.
We talked about this during it because we had both on Final Four and WrestleMania. Who had more viewers? And it's kind of too early to. I tried to search and see which did.
I will go on record saying that it probably wasn't even close. WrestleMania.
If my numbers are correct, it was not close in WrestleMania 1. I saw an article that said March Madness throughout each round averaged 9.1 million viewers per round. So let's just say that's the same for the Final Four on Saturday. Probably a little more, but let's go like 10 million. According to Sports Business Journal, 500 million views of WrestleMania.
Jeez.
Can that be right? I don't know.
I don't know. It's worldwide. Like, they were showing shots of people in different countries watching. Japan's huge. China's huge.
Yeah.
It's pretty popular.
Europe's huge.
So, I don't
Mexico.
know how my numbers, if they're correct, that I found in these articles, but it sounds like WrestleMania did beat the Final Four. I was surprised.
In the Raw after, I'm excited to end this podcast and watch Raw, because the Raw after is always done in the same city. So you have a collection of fans that have flown in from worldwide to go to this event that now pack, like the most loyal ones pack inside a small arena. They chant all night. They are very enthusiastic all night. So the Raw after WrestleMania is always the best. Next.
What percentage of viewers or fans watching believe this is real?
Probably just the kids.
And
definitely just the kids.
Right.
And the mentally slower.
So do you think diehard wrestling fan parents treat this like they do Santa Claus? Like they encourage their kid to believe in it, and then at a certain age they tell them it's not real?
Yes.
That's crazy. That's
And it is
funny thought.
I also find it fascinating that I even am able to do this. And what was that?
How am I going to know?
Well, no, was it cough or did he drop something?
I think
Probably drop something.
cough.
Oh, was it cough? God damn it. I just want to make sure he's not choking on a bone.
Was
That sounded like a human ass cough, if it was.
maybe you did drop something. I thought cough though. Let the record show Walter's like dead and he's just ignoring it.
He'd be celebrating.
What was it?
My question?
Oh, no. I find it fascinating that for the time that wrestling is on, like I'm able to get as emotional, even at my age, emotionally invested. Like I know it's not, I know in the moment the wrestlers know the outcome. So why am I so hooked? Why am I so rooting for one wrestler? He knows he's going to lose. So why am I like so sad when he loses? He knew he was going to lose. But I think it's because I'm rooting for the storyline. Number one, the wrestling's entertaining. Number two, the storyline is like watching a movie. So when you watch a movie or a TV show, you obviously have rooting interests. So it's not that hard to believe that this is popular.
It's a perfect transition to my closing remarks. With there always being a heel in every match, and there's a clear person.
Not always, but mostly.
Most of the time, there's a clear person you want to win. I get how that can make it appealing, like a movie or TV series, and how writers write in characters that you're supposed to root for. Especially how it seems like there's a deep history and storylines. I definitely understand the intrigue. However, at times, it felt like to me too scripted within the match. Like I thought the kickouts were getting ridiculous.
Well, I'll say this. WrestleMania is where kickouts are crazy because it's supposed to give them, no one says this, but WrestleMania, like you get an extra bit of like power at WrestleMania because it's WrestleMania. So you got like an extra bit. It's like the Super Bowl. You go your hardest on the Super Bowl, at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I guess they don't care if it looks fake, but to me, it got to be too much after I see the seventh kick out at exactly 2.5 seconds every time. And especially the fake shocked look from the other person every single time. And then also the times that the referee had their back turned and then someone would do something illegal.
You really have to suspend your belief when the referee gets, quote, distracted. It pisses me off sometimes. I'm like, bro, just turn around, you idiot.
Yeah, all the actual wrestling, for the most part, felt too fabricated for me to be a fan of it. I know everyone knows, or they should know, that it's scripted, but I thought it was too overtly scripted. I think maybe it would be more appealing if the wrestling part looked a little more realistic.
So if they were like on the ground just grappling the whole time, that would be entertaining.
I don't know. I guess that would make it feel more like a sport, which is probably what I would enjoy personally. I don't know. I think... Yeah, I wrote here. It's still scripted, but just look a little less fake or like less showy. But I don't think that's what they're going for, and I imagine wrestling fans may not like that. So keep doing what you're doing, WrestleMania. You have been to be doing something right to sell out SoFi Stadium on back-to-back nights. Yeah. I'll rate it a 5.5 out of 10.
So just above Hereditary.
Yeah, better than Hereditary.
Awesome.
Nice.
Next WrestleMania, would you have any intrigue to check it out?
If it's in a year,
maybe.
Yeah,
you have a whole year to just decompress and
you can
forget about it.
You can convince me to watch it again in a year.
Cool.
If it's just
Thank you, Jack. It was a very long movie for you to have watched.
Yes, it was.
No homework this week.
Yes.
So I guess it's WWE podcast now. Sorry, Eric. I have a couple more things to say.
Oh, I expected this.
U-
It's your Super Bowl.
UFC and WWE are now owned as of, I guess, this morning. I mean, Vince McMahon went on CNBC. I think that's what it was, and talked about the merger. UFC and WWE are now owned by the same company after the UFC parent company purchased WWE for, you want to guess? Anyone?
Guess what? The number?
How much WWE was purchased for? For example, how much do you think the Cowboys are worth?
$2 billion.
No, they're like 8 billion.
You think?
Yeah.
Because the Jags are at, couldn't say. I guess they're at a 1 or 2.
I think every NFL franchise is $1 billion.
Yes. Yeah. Every end. Yeah.
Yes,
Makes
that's
sense.
true.
Then yes, 7 or 8 Cowboys in.
Okay. Do you want to guess how much WWE was purchased for, or is going to be purchased for?
I'll say comparable to an NFL franchise if it's like a whole
I agree.
quote unquote league.
But which franchise? Because Cowboys is kind of an outlier.
I will say
$5
$5 billion. Wow.
Whoa.
Jinx.
Oh, looks like the Cowboys are worth $5.6 billion.
Oh,
So you still going with $5 billion?
sure.
Yeah.
$9 billion.
Wow.
And in
Wow.
in 1981, Vince McMahon purchased it, I think from his father, for $1 million. $1 million to
wild.
$9 billion.
Yeah. Better than real estate.
Wild. Yes. So now combined, they are, UFC and WWE are a combined $21.4 billion sports entertainment company. Crazy stuff. And I know neither of you care, but
So how does that work then?
don't know. One of my thoughts is it going to create easier crossover matches? Like, can Conor McGregor be featured in a Wrestlemania event while still under UFC contract? That would be incredible. The highlight of the announcement, though, this morning was Vince McMahon's look. So I'm going to show you guys what Vince McMahon normally looks like. He's getting old, but this is normally what Vince McMahon looks like.
That's what I know him as.
But he's kind of disappeared lately after sexual allegations
As they tend to.
in WWE. He stepped down from his CEO or whatever he was role with the company, and this is kind of the first time we've seen him since. And it was a shock.
Was he there last night?
No, he was on this show on CNBC now talking about the merger between the two companies. I'm just going to show you again what he looked like just the last time we saw him on TV.
Okay.
Vince McMahon.
Handsome man.
Here's him
Handsome old
this
man.
morning.
What?
Oh my god.
He looks like the guy in Spider-Man.
Yes.
Wow.
Just the older version. Jesus.
I think he's going senile, but
with the mustache and the
so he's got like this, it looks like it was painted on with Sharpie.
Yeah.
Like his hair was dyed jet black. His eyebrows were Sharpied in, his mustache Sharpied in, and not like a full mustache, like a very thin one.
like an old school mustache.
And he looks, and then when I saw it, I was like, all right, who's making memes about Vince McMahon? Because it's not him. And then I saw it was him, and I saw him talking with them. I'm like, there's no way. This guy is going insane. Which he doesn't really have it together anymore when he's in the ring. You know when they like slightly change the name of someone, like in sports or something, and they put like a mustache on them, and they like talk, like,
Yes,
for example.
I know. Yeah.
Okay. Like, look at the Bucks' new quarterback, Tom Grady or something, and they like put a mustache on him. That's exactly what it looked like. Absolutely wild.
I don't even think he looks close enough to make that meme.
Right. Yes. You'd
Yeah.
think that's
I guess
just a
not
completely
just him
different
with
person.
right. It's not him with the mustache. It's like he aged so much. His hair got less gray.
Yeah. And
And,
jet
like-
black. And the mustache is so bad.
Yeah.
Ah, man. And he definitely surrounds himself with people that just say yes. So yes, man. There's no way he's hearing it from anyone that looks bad.
Oh no.
No one's telling him that he doesn't look good.
You look great,
Oh, I
Vince.
look. Yeah.
How old is he? I'm sorry, you may have said that.
82.
I'll just look it up.
I guessed.
82, maybe.
I feel like probably he's up there.
77.
Close enough.
Yeah. He's tough.
Yeah, that looks terrible.
Tough luck for one of my childhood
Yikes.
icons.
Take that back.
I told Jack last night that Vince McMahon, like back in the day, he used to like, obviously so much more went, like it was okay. Like in 07 and 08, like there was no rules. You could say racist things. South Park, led the way.
Right.
Around that time, Vince McMahon had a tag team, 2 black guys. Their name was Crime Time.
Crime Time.
Now, obviously, they okayed it, and they came out with the music. And
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen those old wrestling clips where just they did anything wild, but I miss those times.
And I'm sure you've seen this clip, but I got to show you.
Nigga, that one.
Yeah. Let me see if I can
What's up,
find
my
it.
nigga?
Okay, here it is. John Cena and Vince McMahon.
Yeah. What's good in the hood?
Just holding it down, trying to take care of business.
Keep it up. I'm a nigga.
What does John Cena say to that? Oh.
Tell me he didn't just say that.
Like,
They put that on TV.
yes. Today, can you imagine? Wild. That was Booker T chiming in. Remember when I told you John Cena used to be like more of a thug?
Yes.
That's why he said it. Because John Cena used to be like doctor of thugonomics. All right. Fine. Stop talking about WWE.
No, you need to have your moment. This is an annual thing.
I'm done.
You can have your pedestal.
Next headlines.
WNBA final. Did you guys watch?
Nope. Well,
It was not the WNBA.
Oh. Women's.
I watched when Iowa was creeping back, and then when they went back to like a 12-point lead, I was like, all right, I'll check out.
Women's Final Four championship.
But if it weren't for the Clark talk everywhere and her putting up like 30, 40, I wouldn't have tuned in, but I wanted to see what she was about.
Same. I didn't watch, though. I just brought this up for the post game that everyone's been talking about with Angel Reese mimicking the
You can't see
You
me.
Can't See Me.
More wrestling.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
Yeah. You Can't See Me to Caitlin Clark after winning by a significant margin. And people up in arms about it when Caitlin Clark did this in a I don't know which game Caitlin Clark did it first. I don't know if it was this season. I didn't really look into it. I was just
She did it the last game.
the very last game in the tournament.
I think in the Final Four game she did it.
Caitlin Clark did it in the same game.
No, well, Angel Reese, LSU, Iowa was the national championship.
Yeah.
Sunday night, and Caitlin Clark did it in the Final Four game.
Oh,
The semifinal.
The previous semifinal.
Yeah, I believe. Either that or the game before. I'm pretty sure it's a semifinal game.
I don't think it was a semifinal game because
Yeah, she dropped like 41 in the Final Four game
Yeah.
on Friday night, and she did it then. I'm pretty sure.
and I forget who it was. Oh, against South Carolina.
South Carolina,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I don't know. People were making up excuses on both sides. Like Caitlin was doing it with her teammates, and Angel Reese was doing it straight to Caitlin, trying to get a reaction. But the thing is, this country always likes to bring race into it. Angel Reese did it, and people got mad and called her classless and all that shit. And on the other side, people want to be like, oh, you're just saying that because she's black. You weren't saying that when Caitlin Clark did it and shit like that. But things like it's sports, man. Like, Tawny's going to happen. They both did it. Angel Reese did it more aggressively, obviously.
And longer.
Way longer. Like, she was up
Yeah.
in Caitlin's face trying to get a reaction from her type shit.
Right.
Like, she was way more aggressive with it. But
Did she
It's
get any
taunting.
penalty for it?
no, it was at the end of the game.
It was after
It was
the
like-
game.
Yeah, it was like the clock hit 0 and then
Okay,
They're
so I
up
don't
by
know
like
much about
15.
this, so you're kind of getting my first reaction. I avoided it because I didn't want that bullshit like taking up any mental space in my head.
yeah, the clock hit 0 and then she did this
Okay.
to her face while Caitlin Clark's trying to walk away.
Yeah.
Doing it after the game,
That's what
is
I had
over?
well, not problem with, but I just didn't
Like grow up. That's just my take. Like the other girl isn't going up to people and doing that shit after the game's over.
No.
Like there's a difference between taunting during a game and then taunting after the game. Like after the game, be a good sport. Like high five and hey, good game. Like,
well, not even that. After the game, you just won the national championship.
Yeah.
Why don't you want to celebrate with your teammates as opposed to just making this? You took down Caitlin Clark and you want to show her up.
And then she talked about it in the press conference. Right?
Angel Reese did. I mean, she was asked about it.
And she's still talking about Caitlin Clark even today on Twitter. So it's like you're talking about that you won the ring and you don't care about getting the crown for the scoring title or whatever, but she's making this more about beating Caitlin Clark than winning as an LSU team.
That's what I think.
And
too.
That's the issue. That's the main issue. I don't give a shit about the taunting shit.
I like that. I think go do that to her.
You can do it. You did it for 10 seconds to her face. You were trying to get a reaction of Caitlin Clark, but Caitlin Clark says, "No, I ain't got time for you. I lost. I'm just trying to get off this court. I'm not going to give you the time of day." I get that, and she did that.
Right.
Angel Reese, whatever. You won the national championship. You beat the girl that everyone's been talking about. She's plastered everywhere. So is your time. You beat her, and you did the thing, whatever. But it should end there.
Right.
You shouldn't.
Not after the game, chase her down and keep doing it in her face.
You shouldn't.
That was too much, I thought.
And like you shouldn't keep doing it after the game too, and the next day, keep talking about Caitlin Clark. Like at some point, it's not about Caitlin Clark anymore. Just you won. Fuck. Just be on top of the world and not make it about Caitlin Clark because you're just making Caitlin Clark look very good for being as dominant as a player as she is. But the whole race baiting thing is what pisses me off. And if she was a white girl, we wouldn't even be talking about any type of like classless because she's black or whatever like that. So just a annoyance I have with our modern day society.
Yeah, once I saw that it started going toward that, I was like, no, don't care.
Yeah.
I'll talk about it on the pod.
Did you see the coach of LSU too? She was dressed in a ridiculous outfit.
She always dresses like that.
Does she?
Yeah,
I don't know.
She dresses crazy fits.
Just like this sparkly tiger outfit.
Are you allowed to be a man in coach women's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
UConn head coach Gino Oriam.
But she was like on the court, like got in the way of the ref multiple times, it looked like, and like never got a technical. But I don't know. I didn't watch the game. I saw like some clips of her, and I heard that she was obnoxious and get in front of the ref and never got teed up, and the ref was calling a bunch of stuff. I heard officiating was just horrible.
Oh yeah, I did hear that.
Yeah, I was reading Twitter during the game, so a lot of people were saying how Iowa was getting fouls called against them all game, and like they were handing it to LSU or whatever, but they won by a lot. So when you win by that much, I don't know how much of a factor refs can play into getting blown out like that.
Mm-hmm.
You got to make your shots. Caitlin Clark still had 31, but the other players didn't. That's all I had.
We have a couple Dov bombs on the timeline. There's the first one is obviously all of them is him sourcing someone else. There's buzz league wide about the Colts selecting Will Levis 4th overall, according to Jay Fowler, ESPN. Fowler says that several NFL teams believe Levis could be the pick for Indy, and it just makes so much sense. Just his look, he wore blue in Kentucky, so I hope it's the pick. Eric,
I do too.
Thoughts?
I'm out on Will Levis,
You're out.
even though he loves mayo.
I love me some mayo, but not
We would
the way.
love Will Levis in the AFC South.
Yeah, we would. Yes, we would. Another AFC South news, another Dov bomb, comes in the way of trade speculation. He says, report, Titans and Raiders are looking into trading for the Cardinals' 3rd overall pick. I didn't know that the Cardinals had the 3rd pick. That's crazy. Did they end up there or was that a trade?
They ended there.
What? So Titans and Raiders. So obviously that would be for quarterback. I'm not sure where the Raiders are.
Their pick 9, I think. Maybe
So it's
pick
not-
7. 7. I think they picked 7.
Okay, so it's not as crazy of a move as Titans would be. So that I want to. So if Raiders would move up for a defender, because pick 3 is probably the best defender left or the best defender on the board, that wouldn't be crazy. But if the Titans traded up, I believe they're probably in the teens, I would think. That would be for a quarterback, I think.
I think both would be for a quarterback.
Okay.
To jump the Colts at 4.
Yeah. And if it were a quarterback, you're getting the third quarterback.
Yeah, and Levis or Richardson.
What the fuck? Trading up for one of them? And I'm talking my shit about Anthony Richardson until Denny responds.
No, we love Anthony Richardson. Maybe that's the angle we got to take.
Oh, okay.
We love Ant.
Yeah, they should trade him for Ant. I love Ant.
That'd be cool.
Like Ant should go 1.
Yeah.
Ant should go 1 to Panthers.
He had a visit with them.
Of course. Although I'm totally on Panthers taking CJ Stroud. I think, and it's weird that people aren't reading more into why would Jordan Palmer tell CJ Stroud,
yes,
when you move here, we'll be able to play golf or whatever they're
well,
talking about.
Maybe he was talking about his pre-draft visit, actually. Did he
What was
say?
his quote?
Did he say exactly when you
like-
move here, or did he say like when you're in Charlotte?
I feel like if
I think he
he's
said
left,
when you're in Charlotte.
really,
Yeah.
I feel like if he left it that open, I wouldn't have read so much into it. Hold on, I can probably find it real quick.
Yeah, I forget.
Oops.
Oh, wow.
Sorry.
You still use those?
Jordan Palmer,
Click sounds.
Stroud. Video. Oh, no results. Okay, Palmer. It was a Jordan, right? That's her. Yeah. So he no longer does that camp, I guess, because Jordan Palmer used to do like a.
I thought
camp
it was
in Cali.
McCoy. Wasn't it a McCoy?
I mean, it could be. I'm not seeing any. What the? You think? I'm not seeing any results.
Was it the Panthers GM? Who was it?
It was a coach on the Panthers team.
And I swore it was Jordan Palmer. CJ Stroud, Panthers, videos.
We're just scouring the internet for this, all three of us.
Yeah.
Josh McCown, their new quarterback coach.
McCown.
Knew it was an MCC name.
McCown, Stroud. How'd you find that?
I just Googled Panthers coach CJ Stroud.
Nice. Did the video come up?
No.
Okay, here we go. Oh, okay. So it is more obvious than. Here we go.
Spun it well, bro. That was great.
I'll be there, I think, the 17th.
Let's see.
Okay, here it is.
Appreciate you.
See ya. We'll find a court. Play some horses.
It's right here, come on.
Okay. Well, no, maybe
I got to do a little meeting.
We'll find a horse.
And then he kind of chuckles. But if he works for the team, why would you say that to him? When you live in Charlotte, we'll find.
I couldn't tell.
Yeah, he said,
I heard play some horse in there.
we'll find a court. He said when you live in Charlotte, maybe when you live in Charlotte, we'll find a court.
Maybe
I think it's too obvious. Plus, I think he has jumped most draft boards as number 1.
We usually get the number 1 overall pick handed to us usually before the draft anyway. So
remember we had the CJ Stroud Bryce Young debate.
Was that us?
Me and you. You had Bryce Young and I CJ Stroud.
Yeah. What did we bet?
A lot of money.
Do you remember the figure?
No.
Okay. I didn't. Yeah. If we can't remember, then
Yeah.
oh well.
Darn.
Yes, I do. I was hell bent on Bryce Young becoming the number 1 overall pick, and I didn't even think it was going to be close. And then I caught word and rumblings that he's a little small. So I retract my hype around Bryce Young, especially if he goes to Houston. Yeah, God, we can't leave the AFC South in the headlines today. A man placed a $55,000 bet just this week on the Jaguars to win the AFC South in 2023. And that man's name is Grant Telford. He's the owner of what appears to be a sports betting site called Backyard Breaks.
I did see that. It was to win like 90-something thousand.
Incorrect. The bet done through BetMGM would win him $36,000. Doesn't seem like the payoff that I would enjoy if I put 55 grand.
Yeah, so a total of like 90 something.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Got you.
So not worth it at all.
He's the owner of a sports betting site.
He's an owner of a blog that talks about sports betting.
Okay.
I just don't understand those bets. Betting on a favorite, you don't win that much money.
Right.
Like
Jags are only minus 150.
It's the same theory of placing a 2-pick prize picks entry as opposed to a 6-pick prize pick entry.
25 to win 75.
Yeah, it's shorter odd. Like it's less money, but it's a lot more likely going to happen than placing a long shot.
Right.
But when you think of 55 grand, like my thought is, how many of those is he doing? You can do a lot of 2-pick entries because you just put $20 down. But if you put 55 grand down, how many of those can you do? I feel like I'd take, if I want like I don't know.
It's a type of betting strategy.
Okay.
Like one time I went to a Pirates Phillies game. I bet on Bryce Harper to not hit a home run. So I forget exactly what the odds were, but I put $100 down on it to win 25.
That just gives me no thrill.
It gave me a lot of thrill because whenever he came up to bat, I was like, "Oh man, he better not hit a home run." He went to the fence and didn't go over. It was close.
And then the payoff's $25.
So then my DraftKings balance went
payoff.
There you go. Went up to 125.
Right.
In a situation like that, I would say call the number.
Like, that's just not worth it to me. One home run, I'm out 100. He doesn't hit a home run, I only won $25.
Well, it's also, yeah.
That's nothing.
It's not like
me.
I put $100 into my DraftKings account to do it. Like I built that balance in the app up over time. So I'm playing with house money, so it didn't really feel like real money at that point.
I'm pretending that you did put up like actual 100 because that's the scenario you're trying to equate it to.
Theoretically, I could have withdrew that $100 and put it in my bank account. I didn't put $100 in my bank account. I probably started that account at $10, and I slowly grew it over. My unit is like
he's convincing us. He's convincing us. Unit.
Yeah, I know. You don't like that term. Sorry, my unit is like $5.
Unit.
And built it up to $100.
Okay.
I'm more of a fan of the parlays. I need the parlays.
Yeah.
Because those have plus odds in them, and I like the plus odd bets.
So what do you guys... That's tough.
Like
before...
the people that put $5 on a 6-way parlay and they win like 125. That's what I like.
If Trevor gets hurt, this isn't voided, right?
He's not voided, yeah.
Anything could happen. That's so risky.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Jags are favored, but they have not won the division back-to-back in their franchise history.
Oh, it's a new era. No hats.
I agree. No hat. No cap.
And I got the futures.
Oh, that's such a deep... That's so deep. If you said no, if it's a new era, no cap.
Yeah.
That is such a deep statement. Like, it's a bar. Because no cap is one meaning, and then no cap...
Double entendre.
You guys should write a song.
There it is.
Write a rap song.
We have one line.
No cap.
It's a new era, no cap.
New era, no cap.
Oh my god.
That would
Didn't
make so much money off that.
New era, though?
Banger. What?
Didn't Urban use new era though?
Urban
Meyer.
for what?
Wasn't he like the one that did new era everywhere? What was his phrase? I don't want to do anything.
No, he didn't.
He's
say
toxic.
that. His was like +2 mentality or whatever.
Ew. Anyway, I have a future on
No Hendricks.
Trevor's pass yards and Mahomes' pass yards for $96. So
do I.
Yeah.
Remember we placed it together?
Yeah.
For Prize Picks?
Yes. Gonna get that dub.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Less injuries.
Yeah.
Then I'm out 33.
Speaking of out,
I was not ready for that.
you have anything to say?
No.
Oh, you just weren't.
I just was not ready for the music to come and hit me, smack me.
Oh, sorry, 10? Holy moly.
Yeah, so the call that we had before the power went out, he said, we'll do it next time. I was like, I don't know about that, man. Al's story gonna be a little old, Mike. If you're listening, sorry. But thank you guys for listening. I'm glad we were able to get an hour longer pod than what Angelo Donadio requested. Shout out to him. Make sure y'all guys subscribe to Patreon, patreon.com/Dunn and Drew. I have some important news to drop to you guys. Make sure you guys watch our YouTube video as well. This will be up on YouTube. check for that TikTok of them playing the 2016 NFL draft game. It'll be up. But
Who's
until
winning?
next time, this has been Dunn and Drew, baby.
Who's winning March whatever madness?
I don't know because I've been following the Pirates game.
It's 36-20 UConn.
Yes.
Yeah, it makes sense.
That was a
So
lock.
that's interesting. What, you have a bet?
Yeah.
What's your unit on this one?
I put $28 on it.
Sick. For probably the favorite, UConn. So you're probably winning like $5.
7.
Well, I parlayed it. UConn minus 7.5, and the over 132.5. So it's like 28 to win 105.
Not bad.
It's a parlay.
Over's ballsies, and San Diego can't score.
Yes, but UConn I think can put up like 80.
I wish that did something for me.
What?
Betting. I mean, I feel like it'd make the podcast more popular, obviously, if we had more betting talk, but
If betting's legal in
Or if
Florida,
it was legal in Florida, we'd
Yeah.
have a fucking partner.
it just doesn't excite me. Yes,
Why
I do.
not?
I don't know. Parlays would excite me, I guess.
Oh yeah, parlays. I'd probably be bankrupt. Parlays are fun.
they're fun, but they're not profitable.
What does that mean?
What if I
Profitable?
do $5?
I know what that means, but in the reference, in the context,
Because they never hit.
never.
Rarely hit.
Well,
You just need one.
the people
I
that
see people hit.
the people that do those crazy
no.
21.
You see the people. You see them hit. You don't see the millions that lose.
It's like when you walk through the Vegas like slot machines.
That's right.
I had a parlay once of 5. I put $5 on it and got 460, and that was really early in my betting career. And I peaked too early because that never happened. It will never happen again.
It's because people put some
Never
wild
happen
shit
again.
together, man.
I feel like I could string together some 5 NFL games and I'd be right.
Okay, do it.
I do it on a weekly basis when we do our pod.
you have to pick
Okay,
the
Just
right
wait
5.
for.
If you could do it, then quit your job and be a professional sports bettor.
There's a reason Vegas can keep its lights on 24
Yeah.
hours.
It's good. It's a good phrase.
That's pretty good. So it's interesting that you're watching Pirates when there's, we said 159 games left when you have the March Madness on. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Choice that you make. If I were to guess what you were watching, it would have been basketball.
Yeah.
But it's
I would not have
Pirates.
thought the Pirates.
Like the Pirates.
Andy's offended.
I'm
Yeah.
just blown away.
And offended.
It's a close game. That's why.
I'm offended. If I were offended, it would be because it's not. If I were offended, it'd be because it's not Monday Night Raw. I was hoping that.
Imagine.
That would be. What if he was hiding it? It was wrestling.
That'd be great. It'd be classic.
I don't know what I would think.
Oh, see you next week.
Turn it off before it turns on.
That's the next thing it does.
Oh shit.
What's your big announcement? I don't even know it.